Now, if you give a 2-year-old a cookie, they will eat it right away because it is developmentally normal for them to have no impulse control. But the truth is that a lot of us are really not much better because we have an idea or a request or a thought that crosses our mind at work and it just bloop, it just comes right out. It just goes right in here and it just bloop. It's like business Tourette's. It just bloop, just comes right out. We have no filter to decide if this is appropriate communication. It wastes colossal amounts of time and creates amazing lack of focus. I'm going to teach you 2 different models that will help you save yourself from this problem. But first, I need all the ladies to meet me over here for a moment. Everybody lean in over here. Just a little tangent here because this is very personally important to me. Ladies, we have a certain and unique pain that we fall prey to because of all of that sporadic peppering of communication. The pain is that it tricks us into thinking that we have made human connection, but really, there has not been any emotional component. And this is very bad for women. We get stuffed up with our stress and we can't focus. In the old days, gals, we would get together and we would talk and we would talk and we would talk and we would talk, and then there would be a quilt. That's how long we would talk. That's how long we would talk. I get it all out. So, this is really true, though. I'm going to give you an assignment right now. It's going to be an assignment for the women, but in the end, it has a gift for the men. So here's what we're going to do. This is lighthearted, but I'm very serious. Women, I want you to find a wonderful girlfriend with whom you can drain the well. Drain the well. Here's how it goes. You call Lori. You say, Lori, can I vent? And Lori, being a woman, will say, you bet. And you say, Lori, blah, 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 blah. And Lori says, uh-huh. And you say, Lori, blah, 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 blah. And Lori says, amen. And you say, Lori, blah, 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 blah. And Lori, being a woman, is not going to be sitting there waiting for anything stupid like a point. She's just gonna hear you. She hears you. She hears you. And finally, the well is empty and you feel so good. You want a cigarette at the end, and then you go. And then you go to the man in your life. You say, hello. I have nothing to say to you. Yeah, they're cheering. They're whooping in the back. Okay, so I digress. Back to work. Okay, so unnecessary communication at work, we're going to tame it by a couple of frameworks. We're going to rein it in by compartmentalization and by an intelligence about the way that we communicate. And here's how we're going to do it. First model you have to learn is 2D versus 3D communication. Here we go. 2D content is simple and yes-no fact-driven information. 3D content is rich or emotional or complex or nuanced. 2D methods of communication include texting and chatting and decks and things that are two-dimensional. And 3D methods of communication are meetings and the phone and places where we can be together. When you get in trouble is when you mix the medium. So if you push 2D content into a 3D medium, you waste time. And if you push 3D content into a 2D medium, you lose richness. So this, as an example, is if you're in a sputtering email thread that's been going nowhere for 56 volleys, that means you're trying to push 3D content into a 2D medium. If you're in a meeting and you're playing hangman on your mini legal pad because you're so bored, it's because you're sitting in a room full of 2D report outs. So use this terminology with your team to help decide how and when to communicate. Next, now we have to move into urgency. The next tool, the yellow list, will help us do that. This is one of my favorite tools. The yellow list is a document that you keep for each person that you work with. And at the moment where you're about to communicate with them or send an email or send a text, you stop, you take a WhiteSpace wedge of time, and you ask yourself, does this need to be sent right now or asked right now? And if not, you put it on the yellow list. And then as your yellow list accumulates, you ping your person and your friend and you say, I need to have a little debrief with you, and you go through it quickly and easily. Your inbox will look like a ghost town if you can get everyone on your team to use this technique.